From secret hangars to high-altitude test flights, the Second World War became a laboratory for aviation innovation that pushed every boundary of flight, speed, and combat capability. This is every experimental aircraft tested during World War II. The global conflict accelerated aircraft development beyond all precedent. Nations raced to build faster, higher, deadlier machines. Experimental prototypes defined the future of aviation. Heinkel HE-178, the world's first turbojet-powered aircraft, flew August 27, 1939, days before war began. Erich Warsitz piloted the historic flight. Proved jet propulsion was viable. Single Heinkel HE-S3 engine. Reached 375 miles per hour. Revolutionary concept but limited interest. Only one prototype built. Destroyed in Allied bombing. Opened the jet age. Heinkel HE-280, the first jet fighter to fly. April 1941 maiden flight. Twin Heinkel HE-S8 turbojets. Featured tricycle landing gear. First aircraft with ejection seat. Armed with three 20mm cannons. Good handling and performance. Engine problems plagued development. Competing ME-262 chosen instead. 9 prototypes completed. Never entered production. Proved jet fighters feasible. Messerschmitt ME-262 prototypes. Over 20 experimental variants. First flew July 1942. Explored numerous configurations. Early versions used tail dragger gear. Later adopted tricycle arrangement. Tested various engine mountings. Fighter and bomber variants developed, V1 through V20 designations. Each refined the revolutionary design. Production models emerged 1944, shaped all future jet fighters. Messerschmitt Me-163 Comet, rocket-powered interceptor. First flew 1941, reached 624 miles per hour, fastest aircraft of the war. Walter rocket motor, extreme climb rate, powered endurance under 10 minutes. Took off from wheeled dolly, landed on a retractable skid. Volatile fuel frequently exploded, killed numerous test pilots. Over 300 operational aircraft, limited combat success, demonstrated rocket propulsion potential. Heinkel HE-162 Volksjäger, people's fighter for mass production. First flew December 1944, wooden construction to save metal. Top-mounted BMW 003 turbojet. Designed for minimal training. Prototype crashed during demonstration. Wing failed catastrophically. Subsequent versions strengthened. Handling remained difficult. Over 50 pre-production aircraft. Few saw combat. War ended too soon. Heinkel HE-177 Greif, Germany's troubled heavy bomber. Coupled engine design caused fires. Constant mechanical failures. Numerous prototypes tested solutions, never fully reliable. Over 1,000 built despite problems. Operated in limited numbers, massive potential never realized.
Horton Ho 9, flying wing jet fighter. Radical design by Horton Brothers. Pure wing configuration. Twin Jumo 004 turbojets. First flew February 1945. Excellent performance in tests. Engine failure killed test pilot. Captured by American forces. Influenced post-war flying wings. Visionary but incomplete. Focke-Wulf TA-183. Advanced jet fighter design. Never flew before war ended. Wind tunnel testing only. Swept wings and T-tail. Influenced Soviet MiG-15. Captured documents used extensively. Ghost fighter that shaped the future. Messerschmitt P-1101. Variable sweep wing experiment. Wing angle adjustable on ground. Single jet engine. Partially completed when captured. Americans finished and tested it. Led to Bell X-5 research. Pioneered swing wing concept. Junkers Ju-287. Forward swept wing bomber. Unconventional configuration. 4 jet engines initially. Later 6 engine variants tested. First flew August 1944. good low-speed handling, structural concerns with swept-forward design. 2 prototypes flew, captured by Soviets. Bakum BA-349 Natter, vertical launch rocket interceptor, manned surface-to-air missile essentially, launched from vertical ramp, pilot aimed at bombers, fired rockets, then bailed out. 1 manned test flight, pilot killed during launch. Desperate emergency weapon, few operational launches. Dornier DO-335 File, push-pull twin-engine fighter, fastest piston aircraft Germany built, front and rear propellers, centerline thrust configuration, over 470 miles per hour, excellent performance, cruciform tail. Production started late 1944, only 37 completed, too late to matter. Blohm & Voss BV-238, largest flying boat ever built, massive 6-engine design, prototype flew 1944, intended for maritime patrol, destroyed by Allied fighters, never entered production, demonstrated extreme scale. Arado AR-234 Blitz, first operational jet bomber. Numerous prototypes preceded production. Early versions used takeoff trolley. Later models had retractable gear, twin and 4-engine variants, reconnaissance and bomber roles. Over 20 prototypes tested. Production models saw combat, fast and nearly untouchable. Gloucester E-28-39, Britain's first jet aircraft, flew May 1941, powered by Whittle turbojet. Proved British jet technology, led to Gloucester Meteor, 2 prototypes built, vital proof of concept. Gloucester Meteor prototypes, evolved through numerous variants. First Allied operational jet fighter, F-1 through F-8 development, tested various engines, entered service July 1944, intercepted V-1 flying bombs, too late for air combat, post-war mainstay. De Havilland Vampire prototypes, twin-boom jet fighter, wooden construction, first flew 1943, too late for war service, elegant and effective design, entered production post-war, long service life.
Miles M52, supersonic research aircraft, designed to break sound barrier, thin straight wings, powerful turbojet with afterburner. Project canceled 1946. Data shared with Americans. Unmanned model went supersonic 1948. Britain's lost supersonic first. Bell XP-59 Aerocomet, America's first jet aircraft, flew October 1942. Twin General Electric turbojets. Disappointing performance, barely faster than piston fighters, never saw combat. Provided crucial jet experience, training and testing only. Lockheed XP-80 Shooting Star, far more successful American jet, developed rapidly in 1943, exceeded 500 miles per hour. 2 YP-80A reached Italy 1945. War ended before combat. Became first operational USAF jet, served in Korea. Northrop XP-56 Black Bullet, flying wing fighter concept, pusher propeller, radical configuration. Stability problems plagued testing, poor performance, canceled after evaluation, informed later flying wings. Curtiss XP-55 Ascender, canard configuration fighter, rear-mounted pusher propeller, 3 prototypes built, handling issues, insufficient performance advantage, never entered production, explored unconventional layout. Douglas XB-42 Mixmaster, experimental bomber, buried engines driving pusher props, extremely streamlined, impressive speed for bomber, contra-rotating propellers. War ended before production, too complex operationally. Convalti Volti XP-81, mixed propulsion fighter, turboprop and turbojet combined. Turboprop for cruise, jet for combat speed, tested successfully, too complicated, jet-only designs preferred. Boeing XB-15, massive pre-war bomber prototype, largest American aircraft when built, tested 1937 onward, underpowered for size. 1 built, used for cargo, proved large aircraft feasible. Boeing XB-29, Superfortress prototypes,
revolutionary pressurized bomber, remote gun turrets, numerous test aircraft, development rushed, engine fires killed crews, problems resolved in production, strategic game changer. Konvalti XB-32, B-29 competitor, heavy bomber alternative, production ordered as backup, less sophisticated than B-29, limited combat use Pacific, insurance against B-29 failure. Martin XB-33, Super Marauder proposal, enlarged B-26 design, cancelled before completion, resources focused elsewhere. Convair XB-36, massive intercontinental bomber, development started 1941, 6 pusher piston engines, first flew 1946, too late for war, became Cold War icon, largest mass-produced piston aircraft.
Fisher XP-75, fighter assembled from other aircraft parts, used P-40 wings, A-24 tail, disappointing performance, cancelled after prototypes, emergency measure that failed. Republic XP-72, ultimate piston fighter development, refined P-47 design, over 490 miles per hour, most powerful piston engine. War ended before production. Jets made it obsolete. Grumman XF-5F Skyrocket, twin-engine carrier fighter, compact and powerful. Good performance, too complex for carriers. One prototype only. Lessons applied elsewhere. Vought XF-5U Flying Pancake, circular wing fighter, extremely low aspect ratio, brilliant STOL performance, never flew with full power. War ended, jets arrived. Fascinating dead end. Curtiss XP-62, pressure cabin fighter, designed for high altitude, development dragged on, obsolete before completion, cancelled 1943. Soviet Mikoyan Gurevich I-250, mixed power fighter, piston engine plus motor jet, tested successfully 1945, limited production post-war, bridged piston and jet eras. Soviet Sukhoi Su-5, mixed power interceptor, similar concept to I-250, tested 1945, small production run, transitional technology. Soviet Lavochtin La-150, pure jet fighter development, first flew 1946, post-war service, tested wartime technology. Japanese Mitsubishi J-8M Shusui, licensed Mi-163 copy, rocket interceptor, development too slow, one powered flight, pilot killed, war ended, never operational. Japanese Nakajima Kika, jet fighter influenced by Mi-262, twin turbojets, first flew August 1945, only 2 test flights, surrender stopped development, proved Japanese jet capability. British Miles Master Fighter, high-speed research aircraft, tested laminar flow wings, informed future designs, data collection platform. German Messerschmitt Me-264, America bomber project, intended to bomb New York. Long-range strategic bomber, 3 prototypes built, never completed operationally, destroyed before use. German Heinkel HE-343, 4-engine jet bomber, design study and mock-ups, never flew, war-ended project, showed German ambition. German Junkers EF-128, ramjet fighter proposal, radical propulsion concept, wind tunnel models only, never built, explored exotic technology. Lippisch P-13A, delta wing ramjet fighter, coal-powered ramjet proposed, desperation technology, wind tunnel testing, never flew, resource shortage fantasy. German DFS-228, rocket high-altitude reconnaissance, designed for stratosphere, towed to altitude then boosted, tested unpowered, never operational, extreme altitude research. British Blackburn B-20, retractable float plane fighter, floats folded into fuselage, clever concept, mediocre performance, development abandoned. Interesting failure. German Blom and Voss BV-155, high-altitude interceptor, extreme ceiling focus, pressurized cockpit, tested 1945, never combat ready, Answer to B-29 threat. Italian Caproni Campini N1. Early jet aircraft. Motor jet propulsion. Piston drove compressor. First flew 1940. Poor performance, technology dead end. Historic but impractical. Soviet Berezhnyak Isayev BI. Rocket-powered interceptor. Similar concept to May 163. Extreme performance. Dangerous fuel. Test flights only. Pilot killed. Program canceled. German Henkel 274. High-altitude bomber. 4 engines. Pressurized crew stations. Built in occupied France. Captured incomplete. French completed post-war. German design. French finish. American Northrop XP-79. Flying wing rocket fighter. Designed to ram bombers. Magnesium construction. Prone position pilot. First flight crashed. Pilot killed. Insane concept abandoned. American Curtiss Wright XP-87. Night fighter development. 4 jet engines. Tested post-war. Wartime technology. Never produced. British Westland Welkin. High-altitude interceptor. Twin-engine design. Pressurized cockpit. Answer to high-altitude bombers. Threat never materialized. Limited production. Never saw combat. German Focke-Wulf FA-269. Tilt-rotor VTOL fighter. Revolutionary concept. Only mock-up completed. Vertical launch interceptor. Pilot reclined backwards. Mock-up only. Never flew. Desperate innovation. German Heinkel Lerche. Tail-sitter VTOL. Vertical launch interceptor. Pilot reclined backwards. Mock-up only. Never flew. Desperate innovation. American Hughes D-2. Howard Hughes bomber design. Wooden construction. 2 prototypes crashed. Development abandoned. Hughes survived crash. Controversial failure. Soviet Sukhoi Su-6. Armored ground attacker. Il-2 competitor. Good performance. Politics favored Ilyushin. Limited production. Superior design lost. German Messerschmitt 309. Advanced single-engine fighter. Supposed Bf-109 replacement. Tricycle gear. Retractable radiator. Handling problems. Never entered production. Stuck with 109. German Focke-Wulf Ta-152. High-altitude FW-190 variant. Long wings. Pressurized cockpit. Excellent performance. Too late. Limited numbers. Superior but scarce.
German Dornier D-217P. High-altitude bomber variant. Pressurized cabin. Extended wings. DB-603 engines. Development incomplete. Cancelled 1943. American Lockheed XP-58 Chain Lightning. Twin-engine heavy fighter. Enlarged P-38 concept. Development delays. Changed requirements. Mediocre results. Never produced. British Supermarine Spiteful. Ultimate Spitfire Evolution. Laminar flow wing. Contra-rotating props. Too late for war. Jet age arrived. Brief production. British Hawker Fury. Naval Tempest development. Powerful and fast. Post-war service. Tested wartime. Transitioned eras. German Arado 240A. Heavy fighter competitor. Lost to Bf-110. Development troubled. Small production run. Inferior design rejected. German Heinkel HE-219 Uhu. Night fighter excellence. Designed specifically for role. Radar equipped. Ejection seats. Excellent performance. Bureaucratic opposition limited production. Best German night fighter. Soviet Polikarpov ITP. Heavy cannon fighter. 37mm and 23mm guns. Mixed construction. Tested 1941. Not pursued. Resources elsewhere. German Henschel HS-132 jet dive bomber. Prone pilot position. BMW 003 engine. Mock-up completed. Never flew. Surrender intervened. German Messerschmitt Me-328. Parasite fighter. Launched from bomber. pulse jet powered, extreme vibration problems, dangerous to fly, never operational, desperation technology. American Vultee XP-54, unconventional pusher fighter, pressurized cockpit, twin boom layout, development dragged, poor performance, 2 prototypes, cancelled. American Northrop P-61 Black Widow, night fighter success, radar equipped, 4 20mm cannons, large twin boom design, first dedicated night fighter, combat effective, production type but experimental variants continued. British de Havilland Hornet, twin-engine long-range fighter, wooden construction, fastest piston twin, tested late war, post-war service, Pacific intended. German Gotha GO229, Horten Ho-IX production name, flying wing jet, low radar signature, revolutionary stealth characteristics, captured before operational, influenced American research. American Bell XP-77, lightweight wooden fighter, simple construction concept, underpowered and inadequate, development abandoned, failed experiment. Soviet Yakolev YAK-15, early jet fighter, tested 1946, wartime derived technology, first Soviet operational jet, piston-era airframe with jet.
Soviet MiG-9, twin-jet fighter, parallel to Yak-15, first flew 1946, wartime rush project, early operational jet, crude but functional. German Messerschmitt P-1110, advanced jet interceptor design, never left drawing board, swept wings, nose intake, existed on paper only. German Focke-Wulf Project 2, swept-wing jet fighter, design study only, war ended before construction, influenced post-war aircraft. American Boeing F-8B, large carrier fighter, 5-blade prop, heavy armament, tested 1945, jets superior, cancelled quickly. British Martin Baker MB-5, advanced piston fighter, exceptional performance, best British piston fighter never produced, political and timing issues, missed opportunity. German Heinkel 100, pre-war racer, propaganda speed records, small production, inferior to B-109, political failure, abandoned early. Italian Regione Re 2007, advanced fighter development, tested various engines, never standardized, armistice ended development, potential unrealized. The experimental aircraft of World War II pushed every limit of technology, explored every radical concept. Most failed, but lessons survived. Jet age born in war, supersonic dreams planted, vertical flight envisioned. Every modern aircraft owes debt. From desperate experiments came the future. This was aviation's most revolutionary moment.